Let's test. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Let's check the page. Okay, so I think we're live. Is the audio is quite loud. Check, check, check. Low, low, low. Check, check, check. Low, low, low. Okay, we're good on YouTube, but Facebook. Well, okay, we're good on YouTube, but Facebook. Well, okay, we're good on YouTube, but Facebook. Okay, just a moment, guys, while I'm setting up the account. We are currently live, but we have some problems with the stream metrics. Okay, just a moment. We're almost there, but yep. Settings. I think we're live. I just need to confirm it if it is in my account. No, in my main account pala yung testing, not in my page. Okay. I think we're live. So we're live with Facebook. Let's try Twitch. Let's try to check on Twitch. Okay, we're live on Twitch. Nice. And let's add TikTok as well. The problem is I don't know how to set up the TikTok. If only I know the live access. Check it out. So we're there live. Okay, I don't know how to set up the TikTok, but I hope I can start. I think we check. I'm gonna get past on this. I'm gonna link the stream key. Excuse me. Have some roots. Tapos we also have our goal. Okay. Tapos this display capture if I can advance filter settings. I'm gonna change the setup. So just on guys, while I'm setting up the account, add source. Do we have to add some source? Or the Let's be able to capture na siguro. Okay, ano lang, source. So, Genshin Impact na talaga yung source natin. Kasi i-lock na lang natin siya. Delete. Okay, so may follower goal tayo. I think we can add some more. Let's go on camera window, camera. Game capture lang pala dapat. Chat box. Let's add some chat box. Okay, so we managed to add some chat box. So separate yung ano natin, yung TikTok, kasi wala siyang link. Mas ano talaga yung TikTok. May sarili siyang mundo. Hindi tayo makapag-link ng TikTok. So I already tried, so I'm gonna improve my live stream later on. But for now, we managed to sync our streams with Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So welcome guys to my live stream, and I am setting up my live stream with OBS Studio. So let's proceed to the game. I'm going to try to live on my TikTok as well, but with okay, so I'll try to make it simple. Your life appears to be different topic. Please select a correct topic. Gaming. Tapos, Genshin Impact tayo. Okay, let's go live. Just a moment, guys. So, you check. We are already live. Hey. So, the problem is I'm going to set up later on. Yeah. May follower goal tayo. Okay. Now the problem is how can I minimize the TikTok window, and wait a moment. So pwede pala yung no? TikTok natin. Malaki ng kain ng TikTok sa sa screen. And I hope sa TikTok natin okay lang yung audio natin, pati yung mic. Wait, let me check that. Hello, check TikTok. Okay, speaker, okay naman.
What was that? Oh, it's gone. Can I go take a look?
I think we're good with TikTok as well. The problem is, dapat multi-screen ako para makita ko yung chats. Wala lang chat pala. I need to install plugins sa OBS natin para ma-check din natin yung mga chats. OBS, okay, medyo delay lang ito sa live sa Facebook natin kasi TikTok as well, but with ayaw sumabay ng TikTok sa screen natin, so yan ang mahirap. Yep. So ang hirap hatiin yung screen. Okay, so I'll try to make it simple. You're live. So hirap talaga hatiin pala yung screen. Okay, let's go down speed. That's all, guys.
The wind rises.
So, check. We are already by 8. Okay. We have a problem with
This
our
should be the
main
place.
OBS
That guy
na
looks
screen
official.
nakastay
Let's
din
go
siya, di
ask
siya
him.
nakastock up. Nakastock up na siya. Okay, so that is our new problem. Nakastock up na siya sa screen na ganyan. Wala siyang update. Nakastock na siya sa main screen.
Hi there. We're looking for Amura Ichigensai. Are we in the right?
Pay first, take a ticket, then wait your turn.
Okay. 97. What number are you up to so far?
53. Be patient, I'll call your number when it's your turn.
Jeez, what a charmer. Looks like we're in for a long wait, huh?
Ayun. So, kung automatic nakastock lang siya. So, kailangan pa i-set yung capture method. Capture audio din. Well, you have to. Okay yan. So, yun lang guys. Okay na siya.
Sounds kind of therapeutic in its own way.
Nakastock
But
na
we
pala.
don't really have a
Nakastock yung
good
main
excuse
screen.
to resort to violence here, and we definitely don't want to scare off our target. Why don't we pass the time by talking to some of his other patients?
Ano, need to
It looks
lose
like there's a
capture.
few of them standing over there.
Kasi may disturb audio naman. Mute na natin to.
Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you? Ah, so you're here for counseling too.
Yep. Fellow clients of Amura Ichigensai here. Although this will be our first time using his service, so...
Service? How crass. We're talking about spiritual guidance here, not some business transaction.
In fairness to them, they haven't experienced it yet. Ignorance among the uninitiated is only to be expected.
Okay. Well, anyway, Isa Bathhouse calls it a service.
Ah, more defectors from the bathhouse, huh?
We have some
Service might have a veneer of professionalism, but all it really means is inadequate treatment that costs a fortune.
Why do you say that?
I'll tell you why. After just a few sessions with Emura Ichigensai, you'll completely forget about all your troubles. From then on, it's happy thoughts only. Today's supposed to be my last counseling session. He says that after we're done, nothing will ever trouble me again.
Meanwhile, Isa Bathhouse boasts about their strange and mysterious methods, but it's a total scam.
I'll try to check
They
my
only
live
treat the
stream sa
symptoms,
TikTok.
not the root
If,
cause. Meaning
okay
you have to go
naman
back
siya.
time after time. Also, they can keep charging you, of course.
Exactly. Overpriced and ineffective. But counseling from Emura Ichigensai? I can't get enough. I know I'm done after today, but I'd take any excuse to keep coming back.
Me too. Probably
Okay,
see you
hindi ko
tomorrow then?
makita yung stream ko sa...
Whatever the truth of the matter is, Paimon is starting to seriously dislike these guys.
It's indicated on the screen naman.
Fine. Yeah, so we're mostly here to see what all the fuss is about. You guys seem to be experts by now. Is there anything we need to do to prepare for our session?
No, you don't need to do anything.
Oh,
Just
no.
show up, take a seat, and he takes care of the rest. I remember he lit some incense. It smelled wonderful and instantly relaxed me.
I already know of the troubles that bring you to me.
I don't know why I lose my temper so easily. I'm pretty messed up, right?
Yes, in the sense that all negative emotions are defects of the mind. But I can remove these defective feelings, leaving your mind healthy, whole, and free of distressing thoughts. Now, receive my guidance.
Shout out to Zero Shiro as well.
I don't actually remember the guidance, but anyway, it clearly worked. I guess whatever he said disappeared from my mind and took my problems along with it. Oh, so rude. Your counseling session will change your mind.
So,
in
madami
more
yung
ways than
natin sa
one.
TikTok.
We're only being
Yung
cautious.
nakita na natin sa
What's wrong
left
with
side ng
that?
ating
You
screen
said
yung
it
mga
yourselves.
comment.
The whole reason everyone's coming to this guy is because they're worried about getting scammed out of their Mora.
That's a fair point.
Commenters
You just
natin
need
o
some
nag-join sa
reassurance,
ating live
right?
stream.
In that case, I can let you in on a little secret.
Gawin natin 30 seconds
Go
na.
on.
Tapos, kahit 5.
Well, someone in my family actually knew Imura Ichigensai before he made a name for himself. Apparently, he had a terrible temper. Pretty much everyone in the neighborhood had issues with him. But he must have had some sort of epiphany, because he did a complete 180. Went from having the most rotten temper you can imagine to one of the most cheerful people around. Even more amazingly, all the people who used to despise him ended up becoming his best friends. His neighborhood's more peaceful and pleasant than it's ever been. So you can rest assured that whatever treatment you get from Imura Ichigensai, he tried and tested it on himself first.
Huh? What a ridiculous story.
Doubt it all you want. I heard it straight from my relative who knows him personally.
What should we do now? We may have burned our bridges with these two.
Wait. Just nang ulit yung ano.
Yeah, there's still a lot of people ahead of us, though.
Kablock pala yung news
Why don't
ng
you
ano.
take a rest while Paimon keeps watch? Just like how we do it on the road.
Hello guys. Sa TikTok natin may mga viewers tayo. Shoutout kay Hansel. Kay Tam. Yan, nakita natin. Yun ang maganda. Kita natin sa live stream ng TikTok live studio. Problema nga lang sa Facebook. Sa iba pa platform, di ko masyadong makita yung comments. And I think sa YouTube natin, mahina yung signal. I don't know. Ba't hindi pa rin siya nag-update? Tapos sa stream. Yan, okay na. Update pa lang. So, sa mga nauna na napanood sa ating live stream, you need to refresh muna para ma-update sa video na mismo ng game. Okay, shout out to all the viewers na join sa TikTok. And baka naman po may magbibigay ng mga
Traveler, it's almost time! That was a long wait. Paimon's gonna need a nap after this, too. Alright,
Okay,
now
nakahabol
time
na
for
siya.
us to go meet Mr. Amure Ichigensai.
And let's try to check naman sa YouTube if okay yung live stream natin dito. Yep, it's still good. Now, let's check kung okay din siya sa ating Twitch.
Oh, hello! We're number 97. It should be our turn now, right?
Yeah, sorry, the clinic's closed for the day.
What? Why?
Because Emura Ichigensai doesn't have limitless energy, that's why. He's gone home to rest. You'll have to try again tomorrow.
We've been waiting so long!
Not as long as some people. Try getting here earlier next time.
Check.
Because this hacker is the best.
Save yourself the trouble. Spiritual masters like Emura Ichigensai cultivate their powers with peace and solitude. Someone like you ain't gonna find them.
I don't know
Drat.
if we
We should
are
have
already
barged in
done.
after all. Yeah, nothing else we can do for today.
But it is declared as Project Zomboid. Hindi pala, nag-corrected guys. If only I can change the font. Pero okay naman. Okay yung quality. Medyo delay lang tayo ng konti sa Twitch natin. So, how are you guys? So, medyo mahirap siya pagsabayin. But I'll try to set up first yung TikTok natin. Kasi parang madami ata yung sa TikTok natin na mga viewers na papadaan. So, kunti lang yung mga content creators or live streamers sa TikTok. So, I'll try.
Search for it.
Okay. I can see the live stream pala sa YouTube and Facebook. Kaso nga lang, you need na dapat sa browser tayo.
So he gives
So we have
spiritual
one reaction
guidance,
sa Facebook natin.
and it
Thank you so
takes
much.
all your troubles away and leaves
Wala
only
pa nga lang
happy
comments,
thoughts.
but
Yep, at least that's what his clients say.
okay naman
How
yung
is that possible? Not even Mizuki could do that, and she's an incredible psychologist.
Is that right? Paimon was gonna say, it all sounds too good to be true.
It certainly is. Humans are, how to put this, they're a moody race. Always upset about something. Show me a human without a care in the world, and I'll show you what messed up really looks like.
You think? Because honestly, they sounded pretty convincing. And they said they only left the Isa bathhouse because they found it didn't deal with the root cause of their issues.
But the idea he is spreading is categorically wrong.
That settles it then. Imura Ichigensai is a quack, making false claims to steal all our customers.
Is that why he's doing this? To steal our
kailangan pang
customers?
i-edit pa nun.
Or is there more to it? It's unfortunate that you didn't get to meet him in person. I need some idea of the kind of person he is. Otherwise, I have no hope of figuring out his motivations and goals.
Yeah, it's too bad. Although, if it's any help, we did hear a bit about his backstory from someone else. Apparently, he used to have a really rotten temper. But then one day he suddenly reached enlightenment and became a spiritual master or something.
Sa TikTok naman,
Imura
sa
Ichigensai.
Twitch
Rotten
naman, I need
temper.
to change
Now
the
wait just a minute.
stream title. Live, mali Steam. Stream.
Filing patient records is normally the most
Can I
tedious
rename
job in
during
the
the
world.
live? I don't
But
think
once
so.
in a while, something
I can.
mildly amusing grabs my attention. Take a look at this.
Amora Chuya?
It's him. I remember him.
Wait, that guy? Oh no!
What is it? What about him?
Where to start? Imagine a big ball of negative emotion took on human form and started walking around. It's pretty much Murashuya. His patient record mentions that he loved nothing more than a heated argument. No matter how trivial it was, he could never agree to disagree. He always had to be right. The happiest part of his day would be winning an argument and proving the other person wrong. If he lost, he'd sulk, and if anyone called him out, he'd throw a huge tantrum. Before long, he'd turned everyone against him.
Sounds like he had issues.
Oh yeah, serious issues. Anyway, since no one would talk to him in real life anymore, he turned to the reader's letters column of a magazine by the Yai Publishing House, where he would attack writers and trade insults with other contributors. Naturally, this ruined the column for everyone, and the editors soon started rejecting his letters. Next thing you know, he's written a complaint letter to the Tenryou Commission, demanding that Inazuma pass a law to make it illegal for the Yai Publishing House to reject letters from readers.
Gee whiz!
You can simply
Where would you even start
name
with a
some
client
stars.
like that?
In my case, by giving them a wide berth. Mizuki dealt with this guy. I'm pretty sure he only came here to try and start something. But Mizuki managed to get him into a session, and after some treatment, his mood improved by a lot.
I don't know how to viewer inside.
Murasaki makes him sound like a rabid animal.
Okay.
He wasn't that out of
Done
control.
editing the,
Sure,
edit
his
post
personality
details,
was
but
very abrasive, but it wasn't hard to see why. Once I understood his situation,
we're done
I was
with
able to
setting up
diagnose him very
multi-stream with
quickly.
Facebook, YouTube,
You
Twitch,
have very
and
high
we have
expectations
separate,
for yourself,
uh,
but you've faced a lot of
what do you
rejection
call
in the
this?
past
Separate
and haven't
studio
achieved
for our
much in
TikTok.
your
So
life.
hi guys.
You've
So
never
TikTok
had any
natin,
real
nakita,
close
i-open
friends,
ko pa yung live
so you don't know
studio.
what healthy
I hope I
connections
can
with other
minimize it
people
soon.
look like.
If I
This
can
puts
edit
you and your
the,
ego in the center of your world.
the
In short, you long to feel a sense of accomplishment and to receive attention from other people.
so plenty of,
But both of these are lacking in your life.
we
You
have
have
plenty
no
of
idea how to
viewers
properly
in our
deal with these
TikTok.
emotions, so
Nag-join
you've
na
been
sila,
taking
but
it
thank you
out
so
on other
much.
people, partly to seek attention, and partly because you get a shallow sense of accomplishment whenever you win a war of words with another person.
You promised
Yeah.
the world in your
Sa
adverts,
TikTok naman
and that's
natin, we
seriously the
have,
best you can come up with? I'm not even going to bother explaining all the reasons you're wrong.
so I think we're good.
You
We're good to go.
completely misunderstood why I even sent that complaint letter. The Yai Publishing House practically has a monopoly on Inazuma's publishing industry.
In our
How can they ignore what their readers have to say?
In the magazine
thank you so
column
much
you
guys
wrote
for
to,
reacting
your
in
strongly
my
worded letter appeared
Facebook
alongside
page.
dozens of others which praised the writer for their work.
Wala pang
You can't
comments
talk
pero
about
I'm
what
pretty
the
sure na may
readers have
mga
to say
nag-react.
without including them,
And we
too.
have Curtis 27 views.
No one with half a brain would praise a
Yun.
festering pile of garbage like that.
Shout out sa mga sa
Those
ating
are not
mga
opinions worth
Facebook
listening to.
So when I
watchers.
touched on the idea of you having an egocentric worldview, this is the kind of thing I was talking
Ah,
about.
hindi naka-update yung video.
Like,
Naglalag naman ata yung sa Facebook natin. Or I need to refresh. Refresh ko muna yung screen. Nagsistay lang siya sa main screen.
How the heck did you get him to stay for treatment after dropping all of that on him?
Simple. The more he realized the truth of my diagnosis,
I think we're good
the
to
more
go.
he compulsively searched for
Yes.
evidence
So, okay
to
naman siya
refute
sa
it
live
with.
stream.
He lost the ability to communicate like a normal human being. So I kept him here by using his preferred mode of
So soon,
interaction.
pretty much pag
argumentation.
nag-okay na,
The
either I
Tenryou
can use
Commission had
the
ignored his
OBS
complaint letter, so he had
studio
no
or
outlets left for his
Prism Live.
emotional outbursts.
Sa Prism Live kasi all-in-one na
Eventually,
dun eh.
with the help of some incendiary
Only
words,
TikTok
I
lang
got him
hindi
to agree
malink
to try
natin
some
doon.
basic
But we can
therapy.
link the Facebook, YouTube,
Finally,
and
I was
Twitch.
able to tweak his
So
mood
we are
and
currently
stabilize
live
his
on
condition.
4
It's a shame,
different
really. If I'd only been able to see him a few more times, I know I could have helped him work through his personality issues. But unfortunately,
It was all my fault.
For the last time, it was his fault for being a nutjob.
What? What happened?
Well, one day, he comes in as usual for therapy, but Mizuki isn't here, so Shion sees him instead. I don't know what got into him that day, but he suddenly announced that he wished to be free of his troubles for good, and demanded that Shion make that happen. Obviously, if she didn't manage it, and then he pulled out a complaint letter to try and intimidate her. That was the last straw for me. I kicked him out and blacklisted him. He hasn't shown his face here since.
Whoa.
Anyway, now everyone's had a look at his record. Do we think there's any chance that this guy and Imura Ichigensai are the same person? Because it sounds to me like after he didn't get what he wanted, he decided to have his revenge by lying to our customers and getting them to leave.
Bad dreams are formed from a buildup of negative emotions in the subconscious. You can't simply trick people into not having them anymore. If Murasaki was right, then surely they'd have seen his lies for what they are by now.
There's no point hemming and hawing. Let's report this guy to the Tenryo Commission for fraudulent business practices. If he can complain, so can we.
Is anyone there?
We'd like to book a therapy session. Can we start now?
Hello! Please come with me. I'll get you registered.
Wait. Those are the two guys Paimon mentioned earlier. Just this morning, they were calling the bathhouse a scam and a ripoff. How are they back here already?
Oh, really? Well, that proves it, doesn't it? I was right. Now that they've realized they were lied to, they've come back. So chin up, Mizuki. I bet you business will start picking up again from tomorrow morning.
Of my live stream in Facebook.
Yeah! You Yume Kuibaku provide an unbeatable service. No scammer's gonna run you girls out of business.
Interesting. Well, good. Murasaki, go help Shion, please.
Should have kept my mouth shut. I jinxed it, and now I have to work again.
There you go. And also...
Now we just need to report this guy as a fraud to the Tenryo Commission. Like Murasaki suggested. Problem solved. It looks like the Isa bathhouse will be back in business in no time. No idea if our investigation actually helped, though.
Of course it did. You were a huge help, and I owe you big time for it. Now then, you only got partway through the VIP experience last time, didn't you? You still have to try the hot springs and snacks. Both are top tier.
Oh, true!
Okay, so we're done setting up our three platforms.
Especially the
We have also modified our
Wow, Paimon feels incredible now. Nothing beats the complete service package. Agreed! Although Paimon didn't notice her inside just now. What could she be doing out at this hour? Let's ask around. Hey there, Mr. Aikawa. Do you have any idea where Mizuki went?
Oh, you're looking for Mizuki? She actually tends to disappear for a while around this time every evening. It's the one part of the day where she gets to relax herself. As for where she goes and what she does during that time, I'm afraid I have no idea.
So baka naman po, you can extra ka na extra time and effort. You can help me on gaining more viewers
She
by
probably
sharing my live
tells people
streams
she's
and
relaxing, but actually she's
So we're not
digesting the bad
appreciated all
dreams,
the,
right? Hope she's not having any digestive
all
trouble.
the viewers joined in
Oh,
my live
remember
stream.
the place from last time? Let's head there and check on her.
So we have alert, goal. Ano pa yung pwede nating idagdag sa TikTok para maganda lalo yung design. We have phone camera, capture widget, viewer ranking. Anong countdown? Pero saan yung countdown? Let's try to insert a countdown. Okay. Extend the post to viewers, allowing them to add time, draw, gift, and subscription. Okay, let's try to put that. Station.
Relax.
Okay, so. Nag-aaralan ba natin yung ano, setup?
Are you running away?
Wala tayong kalagi. Apat sing platform. So next time, I will first improve. First natin yung TikTok muna. Then the other platforms will be as well.
This should be the place. What? Why is Mizuki crying? Unless... Oh, maybe we got pulled into one of her bizarre dreams again.
Traveler? Paimon? What are you doing here?
Well, firstly, we were hoping to get our next appointment booked in.
Oh, I see. I was planning on making it back before you finished in the hot springs, but I ended up spending longer here than I intended. Don't worry, this isn't a dream. I was just feeling a little sad.
Aw, what's up? Indigestion getting you down again?
No, my digestion was fine this time. What you saw just now was the aftermath of the digestion process. Like I said, bad dreams are basically bundles of all kinds of negative emotions. When I digest them, I feel them all for myself. So when I'm processing these emotions, I tend to get quite, well, emotional.
Does that happen to all Yumikui Baku?
Oh, don't worry about the others. To feel these emotions, you first have to understand them. Most Baku have a very poor understanding of humanity. So to them, a human bad dream just tastes like a slice of bland white bread. They can basically wolf it down and barely notice the flavor. I'm the odd one out in that sense. When I was studying abroad, I made a serious effort to learn as much about human psychology as possible. Now I understand human emotions much better. I can empathize with them, and I can now discern many complex emotions when I turn my attention to digesting bad dreams. But still, that's no reason for you to be concerned about me. I wouldn't be much of a psychologist if I didn't have the mental fortitude to handle this stuff. Letting your emotions out is one of the most effective ways to process them. Now that I've done that, my mental state is back to normal.
Paimon thought maybe seeing those customers had upset you somehow. It even makes Paimon mad. You work so hard for them and then they turn around and accuse the bathhouse of being a money-making scam? Yes, they were led astray by some swindler, but it's not like they took much persuading.
I can't blame them. The idea that you can forget all of your troubles and never have a bad dream again is a very alluring one. Who wouldn't want to believe that? Traveler, if I really could make you forget all of your troubles for good, would you want me to try?
Yes, I'll try. We're gonna Hall of Fame. Yes.
You really are different from other people. Discovering what troubles people is easy for me, even in your case. But although I can see your troubles clearly, I still don't completely understand you. Thanks for checking in on me. As a psychologist, I know how to take care of myself, but you showing that you care is still appreciated. Anyway, it's much too late to book another appointment now. You should head home, get some sleep, have a wonderful dream, and come see me again tomorrow.
Alright, good night!
Good night.
Bye for now. If you still want to book another appointment tomorrow, make sure to come see me early.
Okay, we're done with the quest. But wait until the following morning. Let's change the time. Following morning, so it's gonna be 8. 9. Check. Okay, we're done. Go to the ancient bathhouse. We're lagging.
Search forth.
Lagging.
Quit following me.
Mizuki! We're here to book our next therapy appointment!
It hurts.
Oh no, what's wrong with them?
They've been like this ever since they woke up.
Ooh, it's an extreme case of indigestion.
Huh? How come? Oh, did they eat too many nightmares last night?
I doubt it. We only had 4 customers yesterday, including you two.
Paimon blames the other 2.
You're right. Something's definitely wrong with their nightmares. Our ability to digest dreams isn't just a matter of quantity. It depends on the emotional intensity, too. Point being, no normal person should ever have a nightmare of this magnitude. Oh, this situation is dire. If I can't find a way to help them digest their dreams soon...
What can we do? Let us help!
We need to find those 2 customers from yesterday and figure out the cause of their bad dreams. Without knowing that, I have no way of treating them. Traveler, Paimon, I know you spoke to them both. Think you can track them down?
Let's see. They did say they were gonna get counseling from Amora Ichigensai again. Chances are that's where we'll find them.
Lead the way. I'm coming with you.
Okay, so we need to go outside. Yeah. Transition. How can I add on some of the pictures? Huh? Right. I'll just finish this story quest and we will end our stream just for a practice.
You know, I went out to sea earlier today, but was so distracted that I lost my net. Oh well, it's not a big deal though.
Yeah, I messed up today too. But hey, what's the big deal? A few bandits got away, it's not the end of the world.
Hey, you two! Murasaki and Shion are sick, and it's all because of your bad dreams!
Whoa, someone's in a bad mood, huh? So funny.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
They're acting so weird. Paimon was pretty aggressive just now, but they don't seem offended at all.
Allow me. Gentlemen, do you still remember visiting Isa Bathhouse last night for dream regulation therapy?
Did we?
I don't think so.
Huh. Do you recall having any bad dreams recently?
No, why would I? What in this world could be so bad that it'd give me nightmares?
Nope, nothing comes to mind. Bad dreams must be highly irregular, surely. You don't have to look far to see that life is beautiful.
What is going on? It's like they've completely forgotten what they did last night. Although Paimon can believe what they're saying, they don't exactly seem troubled by nightmares. Does that mean Amura Ichigensai's counseling actually works?
No. No, they're clearly not in their right minds. Traveler, Paimon, focus hard for a second. I'm gonna try something a little unorthodox.
Whoa! What did you do?
Entered their subconscious minds. I noticed they've both become disassociated from their subconscious, meaning I can access it, similarly to how I enter people's dreams.
No! No! Those thugs! I won't let them get away with this! I won't!
The sea is too rough today. I should stay on dry land till things calm down.
Huh?
As you can see, their troubles haven't gone anywhere. Susukida seems to have a short fuse, which causes him to act out of line. I'm sure this has caused him a lot of grief in his line of work. As for Umihiko, I believe he developed a fear of stormy waves after a near-death experience. Now he's reluctant to sail out to sea at all, which is having a devastating impact on his livelihood. Their negative emotions have been isolated from their conscious minds and left to float around in their subconscious. That's why on the outside, the only emotion they appear to feel is happiness. But those suppressed emotions will only continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually turning into the nightmares that have been giving Murasaki and Shion indigestion. If it's Emura Ichigensai's doing, I guess he's not the straightforward calm man we thought he was. Maybe he really does have ways of influencing human emotions. That would explain why no one has blown the whistle on him yet. Did you notice anything strange when you came here yesterday?
Not really. They were a lot more serious than today. You sure kept that one quiet.
Oh, no. Look, we have to find this Emura Ichigensai right away.
Mizuki, what is it?
Something inhuman is at work in Emura Ichigensai. The Traveler's dream confirms that. He has victimized everyone who has received his so-called counseling. If we don't find and stop him as soon as possible, his victims may well suffer irreversible damage to their psyches.
Yikes! Well, guess we better press these guys a little harder. Do you know when Amura Ichigensai will be here next?
What's with the urgency? Why does it matter when he shows up?
Yeah, he'll turn up when he's ready. No point in trying to rush him.
Ugh, this is infuriating.
You do remember what happened last night, both of you. Only you don't want to talk about it, because you can't reconcile the presence of a nightmare with the happiness you presently feel. Just thinking about it brings up an overwhelming sense of being torn apart. You can't quite put it into words, but you fear you're a hair's breadth away from a total breakdown. Is that about right?
Please, stop. Everything will be fine as long as we don't think about it.
Amura Ichigensai's treatment has clearly left you wounded and vulnerable. But don't worry, I'm not here to snap you out of your denial. At least, as long as you answer our question.
All right. But seriously, we really have no idea. We've asked already, and all we know is that he's not coming today.
Yeah, apparently, yesterday's session kind of tired him out.
Is he trying to hide from me again?
They really don't know anything? Darn! Looks like we've hit a dead end.
I don't suppose you know where he lives, do you?
No. We did ask yesterday, but even his guard didn't know.
In that case... Yes, I suppose. Now that I know what's causing their bad dreams, I can administer the correct treatment. Honestly, you've already done your part by bringing me here. I can't keep troubling you.
Don't forget, we want to book our next therapy session. The sooner you stop having to worry about Amura Ichigensai, the sooner we get you all to ourselves. So we're not gonna quit until all this is resolved, and the bathhouse is back to business as usual.
Looks like I have no choice but to accept your help again. I have to make sure Murasaki and Shion get the treatment they need. Still, I'm gonna need your full cooperation. If you do find Amura Ichigensai, please do not approach him. Just send me a message and keep an eye on him until I arrive. The last thing I want is for you to put yourself in harm's way.
Don't worry about that. You should see some of the other bad guys we've taken down in our time. This guy's small potatoes compared to them.
Paimon.
Alright, sure. We'll keep our distance and send the message.
Very good. Let's get going then.
Pretty bold claim saying you'll track this guy down. It's nice of you to give Mizuki one less thing to worry about and all, but what the heck do we do now? What if we can't find him? 'Cause, in case you hadn't noticed, these guys are hopeless. They don't know anything. Wait, you're right! She was the one who tipped us off about this place yesterday! She probably knows way more than she let on. There's no time to lose! To the Grand Narukami Shrine!
Okay. By Shao. Let's finish this story quest. rather than check it closely. Here.
She's usually somewhere around here.
Here for a fortune slip, little ones? Or visiting a friend?
Whoa! Where did you come from?
That was a little lukewarm. You're starting to sound a lot like her. But pleasantries aside, what's the matter? You look rather out of sorts. You may remember I dropped a not-so-subtle hint as to his whereabouts yesterday. You mean to tell me you still—
Aha! So you did bring him up on purpose!
Let's not lose focus here. You're here to ask for my help. So would you mind explaining the situation to me?
Yeah, fair enough. We went to the place you mentioned, but he slipped through our fingers. Next thing we heard was he's not seeing patients there anymore. Apparently, he loves his peace and solitude. So obviously, we've got no idea where to find him now.
Oh, and after the lengths I went to get you that location.
Don't know if this helps, but we did learn some other stuff about him yesterday. For example, a guy matching Amura Ichigensai's description came to Mizuki for therapy once. Only his name was Amura Chuya.
Wait, what? Amura Chuya?
You know him?
I once asked the Yai Publishing House to host an event for contributors to the Reader's Letters column. I had hoped it might be a fun chance to meet some like-minded people and chat. Until he showed up. Are you telling me that Emera the Hellraiser and Emera the Healer are the same person?
Based on everything we've learned so far, it certainly looks that way.
All right. Well, in that case, give this address a try.
Really? Who chooses to live in a place like that?
This was the delivery address he gave to the Yai Publishing House once, when he placed an order for several dozen books in one go. He also requested to pay on receipt. The warehouse took one look and assumed it must be some kind of prank, so they rejected the order, earning them an honorable mention in his complaint letter. Of course, with the benefit of hindsight, it's rather obvious why he lives there. Someone as antisocial as him wouldn't be welcome anywhere else.
You've got a point. Well, we clearly made the right decision coming to talk to you.
I'm just glad I could help my old friend.
You mean Mizuki? So you really do want to help her?
I can tell that she's invested an awful lot into the Isa bathhouse. It's only natural for me to show some concern when I see a friend's business in trouble.
Really? 'Cause yesterday it looked more like you were looking for a fight.
I assume Mizuki has told you that we're competitors? She has always believed that, ever since we were classmates. And now that I'm the Guji of the Grand Narukami Shrine, I'm sure she must feel the need to prove herself through her endeavors at the Isa bathhouse. The last thing she'd want is for me, of all people, to swoop in and save the day the moment the going gets tough. So if I want to help, I have to be mindful of her feelings and tread delicately. I'll take that as a compliment. Mizuki's always so considerate towards others. It would be nice for someone to reciprocate once in a while. Well done, you took the hint. Now, while I'm sure you'd love to chat longer, you seemed to be in a great hurry when you arrived. Shouldn't you be on your way?
Oh, right. Come on, let's send a message to Mizuki right away.
Everyone.
Squall and Fury. Behold. The wind rises.
This should be the place Miko mentioned, right?
Traveler, Paimon.
Mizuki! That was quick.
All thanks to you two. With what I learned from those two guys, I managed to give Murasaki and Shion effective treatment as soon as I got back. That meant I was free to head out again as soon as I received your message. So, this is where Emura Ichigensai lives.
Sure hope so, 'cause this is our only lead. Wait, do you guys smell that too? Some kind of fragrance. Seems like it's coming from inside.
Then that confirms it. We've come to the right place. Now we may face great danger once we're inside. So from here on out, stay close to me and stay focused. I don't want either of you getting hurt.
We'll be fine. You just focus on what you need to do.
All right, fine. I suppose you're used to leading the charge.
Electro and wind. I think that is the goal here.
I'll keep an eye on you.
Whoa. This is not what Paimon was expecting. This is creepy. Feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Calm, yet repressed. The signs are all there.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured something out?
Nothing new. Just further confirmation of my suspicions. Emura Ichigensai should be hiding deep inside this place. Stay close to me.
Okay.
like we're not welcome here. Jerky paste. Teamwork is dreamwork. Cry louder.
Okay.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Behold.
Everybody stand back! Turn that frown upside down. Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
Miss Yume Mizuki, you found me at last. Ah, and I see you've brought some friends with you. Please, forgive my lack of hospitality.
Emira Chuya. So it is you.
Mizuki was right after all. Paimon wasn't expecting him to be so polite, though.
Please, do not call me by that name anymore. The old me was plagued by negative emotions, but I have parted ways with them now. That period of my life is consigned to the past, and the name along with it.
You have to listen to me. There is no way to get rid of all your negative emotions. This life you're living now is a lie.
Your perspective is most amusing.
What's so funny? Don't you know you're harming people?
Harming people? That's what you believe? Very well. I understand and accept your perspective, even if you cannot afford me the same courtesy in return.
Ugh, what is up with him? He's being so calm and polite. So why does everything he says make Paimon want to punch him?
As you can see, Miss Yume Mizuki, all my psychological problems have been completely resolved. I must thank you for your attempts to diagnose my condition, but I see now that the truth is far simpler than you were proposing. All my misery was merely a consequence of human frailty. I could not hope to remove my emotional impurities on my own strength. I lived in fear and anger. Fear that I was not worthy of other people's attention. Anger at how they invalidated me. I became a slave to my emotions. They turned me into a wretched and loathsome creature, hostile to everyone. But things are different now. I've acquired the ability to eradicate those emotions for good. No longer will I be afraid. Never again will I be stirred to anger. No, I am filled now with only one emotion, and that is happiness. I have become humanity perfected.
What I'm hearing is that you've developed your own unique understanding of psychological issues. So how about you play therapist this time? I have a couple of cases I'd love to hear your thoughts on.
I would be delighted.
The first is a soldier with poor control of his temper. He flies off the handle too easily, and it gets him into all sorts of trouble. This is having a significant impact on his daily life, and he's developed symptoms of depression as a result.
He simply needs to let go of his anger. Then he will surely find peace and happiness.
The second is a fisherman who's developed thalassophobia. Now he is unable to provide for his family, which is causing him immense anxiety.
Oh, of course. He must cast this fear far away and forget it ever existed. Then he can return to the sea at once.
I'm sorry, but you're wrong on both counts.
Oh?
The soldier's anger is rooted in his strongly held principles. Yes, his rage can make him reckless, but it also fuels his deep desire to stand against injustice. Losing his anger made him passive and apathetic. He now stands by and does nothing as bandits attack innocent people. The fisherman's fear made him one of the most reliable sailors around. Thanks to his cautiousness and diligence, accidents were a rare occurrence among his crew, despite the dangers of their profession. But after forgetting his fear, he destroyed the fruits of the entire crew's labor on his first return to the sea. Fascinating, isn't it? Anger gives people the courage to stand up for what they believe in, and fear nurtures care and attention. Emotions are integral to human dreams, and after many years of dealing with their dreams, the Yumeko Ibaku have learned an important secret about human emotions. Negative emotions do not just go away. They will always be there. This is true for everyone. Not only that, but their presence is essential. You can't have a healthy human psyche without negative emotion. So do you have any idea what you've done to those poor men?
What an amusing theory. In fact, I do remember those two. But I'm afraid that the only emotion I sense in them now is happiness. How can you believe that negative emotions are required for a healthy psyche? It's a laughable theory. Don't you remember how I was when we first met? You call that healthy?
Acknowledging that negative emotions exist doesn't mean giving them free rein over our minds and lives. Humans have a whole gamut of emotions. They're supposed to keep each other in balance. But if that balance gets disrupted, emotions start working against each other. Untethered rage cripples the capacity to be careful and considerate. Uncontained fear drives people to abandon beliefs they once held dear. The person you were when you first came to my practice only proves this further. You were dominated by your emotions. Under their influence, you deliberately inflicted pain on other people. Meanwhile, the person you are now is so lost that you aren't even aware of the pain you're bringing to others. This diagnosis is going to sound harsh, but I'm afraid it's accurate. You've simply gone from one extreme to another. You say you've reached perfection, but you're just as dysfunctional now as where you started.
How entertaining. Still, there's no need for me to argue back. You have failed to provoke me. I will forgive you for this offense, because I know my present perfection to be a fact. I have direct and incontrovertible evidence. You once told me that nightmares are the result of a buildup of negative emotions. But ever since I acquired my present abilities, I never had another nightmare again. Clearly, that proves that all of my negative emotions have been definitively eradicated.
I'm afraid not. Look where we are right now. We're inside your nightmare.
What?
No wonder! Paimon knew something was up the moment we arrived!
The enemies that we encountered were manifestations of his negative emotions. That can only happen in a nightmare.
No, that can't be.
That entity claimed it could remove your negative emotions. But all it did was separate them and store them deep in your subconscious, beyond your reach. There they were left to fester. Your situation is far worse than that of the other victims. It has deceived you at a much deeper level. You can't even perceive that at this very moment, you're in the middle of a nightmare.
How laughable. Fear? No. There is no fear left in me. This is all just a terrible joke. This is no dream. No.
Something's appeared behind him.
So, my arch-nemesis has seen through my trickery. Clearly, you came prepared. The emotional cocoon I'd wrapped him in was all but impenetrable. Yet still, you managed to tear it down.
So it is you. Just as I thought.
What is that?
A nightmare monster. A fearsome yokai that was once the bane of Inazuma. We Yumekui Baku eat the nightmares of humans, while they called those nightmares their home. So we were natural enemies. When I heard the traveler recount that strange dream, I knew that this was a possibility. But it's still a shock to see one of our long-lost arch-enemies in the flesh. They were supposed to have gone extinct long ago.
Then allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kurayume, and I am the last of my kind.
Kurayume. That's a name I haven't heard in a long, long time. How have you survived all these years?
Likewise, Yumenazuki is a name that takes me back to a different age. Although I must say, we may be born enemies, but I have never felt any great animosity toward you personally. Ultimately, the fall of the nightmare monsters was the fault of our hosts. Humans are such fragile creatures. But now, I have found a way to revive my kind, and you are too late to stop me.
Oh no! We've got to catch up to him!
Time to relax.
Let's go.
What's happening? Haimon's feeling dizzy all of a sudden.
That's the feeling of rejection. It's so strong.
Quick, after him. Turn that frown upside down.
There he is! Right there! Whoa! What happened to all the pants?
He's repressing his emotions even harder.
The wind rises.
There! He's got nowhere left to run! Whoa! What's happening to the ground?
Watch out!
Do you think we're dead? Yep. Dito na tayo dito. Yep, ulitin niya. Hindi. Okay.
I used my powers to cushion our fall. Is everyone all right?
Don't worry, we've fallen from bigger heights before. The bigger issue here is that he got away and we were so close! Ugh.
We've been completely cut off. That creature has taken complete control of his consciousness. We'll never catch him.
Would it be easier if we wake up now and go catch him in the real world? If this is his nightmare, he must be asleep somewhere, right?
Remember the fragrance we smelled on our way in? That's how the monster lures people into the dream state. Now we're inside. We can't get out unless we manage to defeat him in his true form. He's turned Emarachuya's nightmare into his lair. There's only one way to force him into the open, and that's by finding a way to eat this nightmare.
Eat this nightmare? But is that even possible?
Not only is it possible, Paimon, it's quite literally my job.
Oh, Paimon knows that. It's just... We all saw what happened to Murasaki and Shion, and this nightmare is super intense. Paimon's worried this won't turn out well.
This monster has harmed too many people. We have to stop it. It's okay. I knew what I was getting into. Let's get moving. We may not have caught him, but our chase wasn't in vain. He led us deep inside his dream. We should now be at the subconscious layer that makes up its core.
It's so dark.
That's what happens if you leave your negative emotions to fester. There must be a lot of emotional fragments in this place. We need to follow them one by one until we reach our destination.
Wait, but what is our destination?
Where the light is.
Behold!
If I say it's your fault, it's your fault! Do you understand me? You shouldn't go running around with that stupid thing in your hand! Do you want to go hungry tonight?
Ugh, the atmosphere here is so... oppressive. Is it anger or fear?
Be careful. Every time we draw near to one of these fragments, we'll experience the underlying emotion on a visceral level.
For this story quest.
You, a writer? Didn't they reject you already? Get rid of this trash! Go find a real job!
Aw, poor guy. Paimon feels so bad for him.
We shouldn't stay here. Let's keep moving.
Wind rises.
Ha ha! I won! Another round? That guy? He never joins in with anything. Why should we go out of our way to invite him? Let's keep playing. Ignore him.
Wow, that's so sad.
Nope, not here either.
Look, there's the light!
Behold!
What is this place?
It's his sorrow. Yes, sheer overwhelming sorrow. Human emotions exist in a delicate balance. When that balance is lost, negative emotions spiral out of control and go on to fuel nightmares. By isolating these negative emotions and allowing them to fester, that monster has completely destroyed his emotional balance. That's why he was able to create such a powerful nightmare. If we want to restore balance, we have to dispose of the excess negative emotion.
Oh, so that's what you mean when you talk about eating nightmares.
Well done, Paimon. Very clever.
Aw. Alright, what's the next step?
I need to find a way to separate the negative emotions out. For that, I need a special medium. Sorrow might just do the job. As long as it's kept in check, it can calm the waves of emotions and help him regain some measure of control.
Let it out, Chuya. Let the tears flow. You'll feel better after a good cry.
This process will untangle his unbridled fear and anger, his unresolved resentment, and his unshakable despair. These excess emotions will be separated out from the rest. They are the source of this nightmare. It's all right. It's an unpleasant flavor, but I've tasted it thousands of times. A good cry can work wonders. Even though he seems beyond helping, I think he should be able to take another step out from the swamp of despair now.
Are you ready to come out now, Chuya? I'll be waiting for you right here, son. I'd love to listen to more of your stories whenever you're ready.
All right. There goes that nightmare. Hopefully this marks the beginning of a sweeter dream.
Amazing! Suddenly, Paimon feels so relaxed and maybe even happy?
I thought I had found the perfect host, but you found the one weakness in his emotional armor.
Ah! He's back again!
Freeing a single host from my clutches changes nothing! You cannot stop me! I told you you are too late!
Are we going to fight? Nope. Investigate lang.
Squall and fury. Upon the gale.
What is this place?
I can't believe it. He's brought us to the Borderland.
Borderland?
To put it simply, it's a dream within a dream. A space hidden deep within the collective Inazuman subconscious. A dream that can exist even without a host. This must be how that monster managed to survive the extinction of his kind. He hid here.
Mizuki, that eye.
He's trying to turn this place into a nightmare so he'll be more at home. And he's creating copies of himself. This place is connected to the dreams of every human in the nation. From here, he can place a copy of himself in every dream. If he succeeds, then he'll have effectively revived his kind already.
Then we know what we need to do. We gotta take this guy down. Do we think a sword will do the job?
Maybe, if we can get close enough to reach his core. But he's brought the nightmares of all his victims here, and that gives him an immense amount of power. Dealing with this many in one go is going to take a different approach. We need a power to rival his nightmares. The power of sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams? Where are we gonna find those?
Lost minds. There should be some around here, and some of them will have come from Sweet Dreams originally. Come on, follow me. Careful. We've got to move quietly. The Nightmare Monster has usurped control here. We need to stay out of his sight.
Upon the gale.
Sweet dreams!
Wretched vermin!
Turn that frown upside down.
Animal hypostasis, anyone?
Try not to injure.
Go in!
Time to relax.
Behold!
Chasing Tanuki through the woods and climbing trees to hunt for Oni Kabuto. Thank you for lending us your happiness. Turn that frown upside down.
Sweet dreams!
Search for it.
Watching fireworks fly up into the sky and writing wishes on a prayer plaque. Thank you for sharing your passion. All right, we've gathered enough power to proceed. Time to face him head on.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy.
Squall and fury!
The core should be just up ahead. This will be a tough fight.
Why? Are these sweet dreams not sweet enough?
I just wish we could have gathered some more. But these are all we could find in the immediate vicinity. Which means we're running out of time. Our chances of success are shrinking by the minute. We have to act now.
No problem. We're ready to go.
The wind rises.
Turn that frown upside down.
The alacrity with which you walk into my trap surprises me. Do you not realize why I lured you here? Because the
dreams!
Stand clear.
You're in for a little shock. Surrender and I'll be gentle.
I'm going in!
The wind rises. Know your place.
Shoot! I can't afford any more bandages.
Behold.
I must confess, I am somewhat confused. Both of us bring happiness to humans now. Why must you still treat me as your enemy?
Because the happiness you provide is a lie. All you do is make them forget their negative emotions exist. And now they're living under the illusion that they're gone for good. All the while, these repressed feelings continue to fester in their subconscious, eventually becoming nightmares intense enough to become your home. Your kind has always thrived by magnifying your host's negative emotions for your own gain. What you're doing now is no different from what you've always done.
Incorrect. This time, I shall change the fate of my entire kind. When a human becomes dominated by their negative emotions, when they lose their ability to survive, that is how my kin died out. But I can give them a fantasy instead, turning them into the perfect hope. This is the path to a revival. My kin shall rise again!
You do realize what that means, don't you? You've gone from one extreme to the other.
Oh, I'm perfectly aware. There is nothing you can say that I do not already know. For over all the years that your kind has been learning about the human mind, I have been hiding here, watching and learning from the fruits of your labor. But I'm afraid I could not care less for the moral burdens that you impose upon yourselves. The health of the human psyche is of precisely zero interest to me. Now here's a question well worth thinking about. If we allowed the humans themselves to decide, which of us would they really choose? You or me? Do you see now? I won this battle long before you ever set foot inside this tree.
What's going on?
He's growing stronger, but we've exhausted the power of the sweet dreams already. Even if we could find more sweet dreams now, it still wouldn't be enough.
If you accept that negative emotions are an immutable presence in the human mind, then you must also know that such emotions include apathy and sloth. Without the Yumekibaku there to hold their hand and walk them through dream regulation therapy, do you honestly think that anyone would ever be inclined to embrace their negative emotions? No, they would sooner run from reality to forget all about their troubles and live inside an illusion.
But the whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist. Traveler. These feelings. So that's how they should taste.
Whoa.
Longing. Caused by separation. So bitter. And yet the experience led to a whole new journey for you. If you keep pressing on, maybe even more precious memories await. despair, caused by failure, icy cold, and yet in conquering this despair, you gained the courage to face the lightning. Regret, caused by missed opportunity, a harsh aftertaste, and yet it's only through that loss that we can learn to appreciate everything we have. And after all these flavors comes sweetness, passion, and refreshed hope. So that's why I was able to taste a sweet dream at our first meeting. Long before you ever met me, you'd already gained the courage to never avoid or run away from your feelings. And all your nightmares had become the fuel for sweeter dreams. The power that you have gained by processing everything from your long journey is surely far stronger than any power wielded by that creature. The whole reason I wanted to become a psychologist was to try and help people become someone like you.
Your dream is so powerful!
Traveler, give him all you've got!
Are we done already? No, not yet. No, not yet. Wait. Wait. We're not yet done. No. Kung muna ito, sa stop on lang to.
Whoa. This is
Calm.
What is it, Mizuki? Figured
Nothing new.
Time to relax.
He said
like we're not
Wait,
welcome
what?
here.
Wait. Umulit?
Adventure time.
Umulit, guys. Nakako. Okay na kanina. Xavier na naman. Xavier. So I guess I'm gonna end it right here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. So hopefully, if we have time, we will set up properly our live stream. Okay?
Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!
Starting the stream.
Or not. Good things come to those who don't wait around. That's what they say, anyway. Knowing my luck, the opposite is probably true for me. Benny's Adventure Team, assemble!